Are you feeling tired or fatigued? And at the first chance you get, you want to go straight to the sofa and lie down, and maybe binge some TV series or go to bed and sleep. In this video I'm going to go through 4 poses you can practice to gain energy without almost using any energy. If you're new to the channel, I'm Hilde Kristin, and I teach yoga with awareness on your energy levels and where you are in your feminine cycle, if any. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook and at my webpage, hildekristins.com. You can find the links below in the description. And before we dive in, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and also hit that bell button if you want to get notified when the next video comes out. So before we get on to the mat, it will be nice to have a blanket and a yoga bolster or a big cushion from the sofa, like you have on your back on your sofa, or a big pillow. It can also be nice to have a chair in arm's reach, so you can use that for support if you need to in one of the poses. So the first pose we're going to go through is a restorative supported heart opener. These heart openers, they ease fatigue by opening up our chest and refreshing our heart and lungs. So come sitting onto your bolster. Let your feet be flat on the mat. So it also depends a little bit on your size, on your bolster, where to sit, and also the height. If you want, you can add an extra blanket on top, so you get a little bit higher. It's up to you to try to figure out what's best for you. And then lean back, and we're gonna just get the head and the top of our shoulders into the mat, and elongate our neck by tucking the chin in. So adjust here, and you should have a neutral pelvis, and you can have your arms out to your sides, or you can have them bent over your head. And breathe here. And then you can choose if you want to roll over to one of your sides, but I like to just lift a little bit, let the bolster slide, and then come slowly down and let the spine neutralize a bit, before we are rolling over to our sides. And get up. So our next pose is a forward fold, and forward folds are very restful, relieves fatigue, and it's very good to practice when your energy level is low. So take your bolster in front of you. You can also add a blanket on top if you want to adjust the height here as well. And you can have bolster underneath both of the ends to, if you would like to scoop your arms underneath and hug the pillow. And it can be nice to have a blanket back on your heels, between your sit bones and your heels. So deep inhale, and as you exhale, fold forward onto the bolster. You can also take your fingers together and make it as a pillow and have your forehead on top of it. If you have your head to the side, now it's a good time to switch to the other side. Take your palms into the mat and push yourself gently up to seated to come out of the pose. have another forward fold, cross-legged seated forward fold. So if you have your chair, or you can keep your bolster for some support as well. You grab that. It can, so cross your feet, and it can also be nice here to have an extra blanket underneath your sit bone to lengthen up your spine. And you can have here a bolster, or if it feels good for you, you can also just go forward all the way down where you feel like it's best for you today. And if this is too much for your knees, you're always welcome to make it a forward fold with the feet straight in front of you, and forward fold from here. So deep inhale, and as you exhale, come forward and find a comfortable position for you. You can lean your forehead into your arms, or if you have bolster, maybe into your hands, or just fold forward. And breathe here. Inhale, lift your head up and come slowly back to seated upright. And we're going to switch our legs. And inhale, straighten your spine again. And exhale, come forward. Notice if you feel any differences on the two sides. And long exhale here. Let go into the pose. Inhale, head up. Exhale, come back to upright seated position. So this last pose of the day, the legs of the wall, is a very calming pose for the nervous system, and it's also very rejuvenating for our system. So it's a great pose to do when you're feeling tired. If you're not menstruating, you can use a bolster or a pillow or a block underneath your hips. If you are, you can just stay on the floor, ground level, and You can always just put your legs up in the air, but if you have a wall, it's absolutely the best, because you get the more relaxing benefits of the pose. So it can be a little tricky sometimes to get up here, but try to get your hips up on the bolster. You can have it a little bit, some centimeters away from the wall. Come down so you're back. Just scoop yourself in and adjust the bolster or pillow and come up with the feet. If you have a strap or a belt, you can have that around your thighs to give it some more support. And you can have your arms out to your sides with your palms facing up, or even overhead if you want to. And just ease into the pose. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, you can open your mouth and silent day. One more time, deep inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Feel your contact points between your body and the floor or the ground. For each exhalation, you feel your body get more and more grounded. Now, take your legs and bend your knees a little bit. Take your legs still up to the wall, but in a cross-legged position, if that's okay for your knees. Or you can have the soles of your feet together. And just let then to come out, you can try to go to one of your sides and come slowly out of that post. And now you can come into Shavasana. You can set an alarm if you want to. You can have have something underneath your knees. To get your spine into the ground. You can have a blanket, just for your shavasana. Deep inhale, long exhale. You can stay here as long as you like, but if you want to finish with me, then wiggle your toes and fingers and take your soles of your feet to the floor and roll over to one of your sides and come up to a comfortable seated position. Now thank yourself for this practice today. And then thank your body for this practice today, and thank you for joining this class. I hope you have a wonderful day or evening.